Hi guys, in this video we're going to look at surface area of prisms, and this is a very easy topic provided that you know how to get the area of a triangle, how to get an area of a square or a rectangle. Those things hopefully should be familiar to you guys. So let's recap. There's a triangle there. Your area is going to be base times the height divided by 2. The area of a square is going to be L squared, and the area of a rectangle is going to be length times width. Okay. All right, so this is that's L. This is your height. That's your base, and this is your length, and this is your width there. Okay. All right. But in prisms, obviously we've got these cases here. Ooh, that's not what I wanted. There we go. And we've got cases like a cube. We have cases where it looks like a rectangle. Okay. And basically, surface area is working out the area for every single face of that 3D object. Okay. And let's say with this, we've got a cube. Every face of this cube is a square. So we know we want a square, and square has 4 equal sides. And how many faces are there in a cube? There's 6 of them. So we're wanting to work out the area of a square. We're going to multiply it by 6, and we'll get the total surface area for a cube. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. With this triangular prism, you'll notice that we've got several shapes here, and let's say this is an equilateral triangle. Okay, then we have the front and then the back as the equilateral triangle, so we want 2 of those. And then if I change the color, then we've got this side panel, and we've got that, the bottom, and the other side. We've got 3 of them. Okay. So we got 3 of those that we want to add all together. And notice that we've got 2 plus 3. There's the 5 sides, so the front and the back, plus a 3 around. We're going to add them up to get our total surface area of those 2 parts together. Okay. The last part here is we're going to work out, so we'll go TSA of Triangular Prism. Okay. Now, with this last one here as an example, before we go to a couple of questions, here we have a rectangular prism, and we've got this rectangle plus the one at the back. So I want you to make sure that we've got, that you itemize it. It's probably the best way to do it. You itemize it, knowing what sides are which. So these sides are the same. Those sides are the same as that one there. Okay, and then these longer sides are different to each other. Okay, so let's say that this is this rectangle. Okay, then we have 2 of those. Then we have 2 other rectangles. Okay, and we've got this side. We basically got 2 of those. We've got one over here. We've got one on the other side behind. And so let's shade this one here, and that's marked as 2 dashes there and 3 dashes there, so you know which rectangle we're referring to. We've got 2 of those as well. Okay, and then lastly we have this rectangle on the top, and that will also include the same rectangle at the bottom. And that's 1, 2, 3 dashes with 1 on the side, and we have 2 of those. So when you work out the area for each of these rectangles, obviously we got 2 of them, so you want to double it and then add them all together, okay, and you get your total surface area for your rectangular prism. Hope that makes sense. Let's look at a couple of questions to help you out. Okay, so this first one, we've got a triangular prism with the dimensions shown below of an aquarium, and what area of glass was required to construct a tank. Okay, now the context, obviously, if it was just a very closed box, it would make sense that you would have 2 triangles. But here, what we'll need to know is that an aquarium has, well, this aquarium, I'm going to assume, has an opening on the top where you could fill up the water, clean it, you could feed the fish. So we really only need 1 triangle, okay? So 1 triangle. And then we notice that the type of triangle is an equilateral triangle. That side plus that side, or that side, and that side are all equal in length, okay? So we could specify that that's an equilateral triangle. And then we have rectangles, so these walls here, okay? And because it's equilateral, that means that each of these rectangles are going to be the same. So we'll have 3 of those. Okay, so let's work that out. Now that we know that what faces we're dealing with, let's actually solve those values. Okay, so the area of a triangle is base times the height divided by 2. Okay, so base times height divided by 2. The base of this triangle is stated as 50. Okay, and the height of the triangle is stated as 43. Notice that the 50 and the 43 are in the same units of measurement, so that's okay. Let's put that in our calculator. We've got 50 times 43, and we're going to divide that by 2, which is 1075 centimeters squared. Okay, so that's the size of that triangle, but that's going to be looking at the glass used for the base of that aquarium. Okay, now we're looking at the walls of this aquarium, so these rectangular sides, and we can see that this side is 1.4 meters and this side is going to be 43 centimeters. Now, before we move on, we already know that an area of a rectangle is just length times width, okay? And the length, we could say 1.4 meters. The width is 43 centimeters. Now, we have an issue here because these 2 values are in 2 different units of measurement. One is in meters, one is in centimeters. So we need to convert it back into units of measurement that are the same. So I'm going to change this to centimeters. Okay, so 1.4 meters is the same as 140 centimeters. Okay, so please make sure that you know how to convert, and please make sure that they are the same. So 140 times 43 is 6,020. Okay, so we've got 6,020 centimeters square. So that's for the 3 rectangular pieces of glass, and then we've got 1,075 for the triangular base. So that means we add the 2 together. 1075 plus 6020 is going to be 7095 centimeters squared. Okay, that's going to be the area of glass that's required.